My name's Maria De Sanctis. I am the director and co-writer of the short film called Father by Law. It's about a dad who goes to his daughter's wedding to find out that she actually wants to do the father-daughter dance with her stepdad instead of with him.
I'm Geoff McFarlane. I'm the other co-writer and producer of Father by Law.
Hi, my name is Stephen Markowitz. I am the editor.
My name is Scott Morrison, and I'm one of the executive producers.
Anthony Mangini, director of photography.
Oh gosh. Well, I am an easy crier. I love father-daughter dances at weddings, and I always cry. And then one wedding, I was just like, oh my God, what if this happened? And then I was like, that would be a great movie. And then I was like, what if this happened to my family? And then all the characters immediately came into place. So yeah, that's pretty much how it came up. Well, characters are really important to me, and also good actors that can play the characters well. Acting is extremely important to me as well. And just making sure that all the actors understood the characters. And it was kind of easy because all the characters are basically my family members or parts of my family members. So that part, it just kind of came naturally. And like Geoff is also super good with character and dialogue too. So we just kind of played off each other to kind of make it feel as natural as possible.
Nightmare. No, great. No, I'm joking. No, it was, speaking with me, writing with her, it was an amazing time. And yeah, it was very rewarding seeing everything come together. Filming and everything was a lot of fun.
It's a real privilege, actually, to work with Maria and Geoff, and I met these guys through the whole process. They went to USC together. Yeah, I've known Maria since undergrad. We've worked together before, and Geoff I've known since we were kids. So it's been a really organic, great relationship.
She's a great collaborator. We've worked on a number of projects throughout our time at USC. This is the biggest one that we did. And it was just it went very smoothly. It was a great time. Looking forward to future projects.
Yeah.
And the fun thing about editing is that you're locked in the room with the director.
Yeah.
No windows in the basement for weeks on end, and I'm still here. So it was great.
I love working with all of them, but yes, we spent a lot of time together, and we also love gossiping, so I think that also helped us get through the process very easily as well.
USC's editing facilities are all in the basement, and they have no windows, so
you kind of have to be friends with your editor. Yeah.
Lots of vitamin D.
Yeah. Honestly, just meeting these guys. I think that's the most valuable thing, is just the connections and friendships you make, because I've worked with these two and these ones as well, but especially through USC, I would have never met them otherwise, and I've worked with them on so many projects already, and I will continue to work with them as long as I can find money to make more projects. But yes, that's the goal, right? Yeah, I mean, oh gosh, where do I begin? I feel like a lot of the films that I love and a lot of the films that I make and write and are drawn to are about family, or at least relationships with other people. I find it something that's really easy to relate to and understand, and even my favorite films that are out there right now, that's the core of what they're about. And so for me, when I was making this, I knew that I really wanted to showcase, I'm sorry if I hit the mic there, the importance of family, and for me, and how if I want to feel with my family and how I want our relationships to be. And it's funny because my brothers and I always are terrified of family events. We're so scared of them because we know that someone is gonna either drink too much or say something inappropriate, and then the whole event is just gonna not go well. And so, but in the end, we always end up making up and finding a way to get through it. So I think that's really, and I think that's really something that's not just a pattern with myself and my own family, but I think a lot of people have that. So I was hoping when we made the film that would come across to other people as well. So I was really fortunate when I started making movies that I kind of found my voice quickly. I don't even know how it happened. I think it was my second or third film, and it was just, people kept on telling me that it was really unique and that it felt a little bit different, but it felt like me. And I was like, what is that? I don't know what that means. I don't know what the one thing is that I do, but I just try to make sure that whenever I make something that I put my personality into it, and especially with actors, if I have certain and if I have a certain vision that I kind of want to see how the scene plays out. And I usually base it on an experience that I've had in my life of some kind. So even if, for example, the wedding, I've never been married yet. Hopefully. I don't know. We're also dating in real life. Spoilers. But where was I? Okay, back to the question. Yes, so I try to find a way to just kind of put myself into the experience. So even though I wasn't married, my relationship with both my parents is like really just like not well, but also well at the same time. So I just wanted to make sure, even with the scenes, like how would I respond to that line or the way he said that line, and just kind of playing off that with the actors. And that's really fun because it's such a collaborative experience.
For this project, I like to say that this is more Maria's story, like she came up with the story, and it's almost like she built the house and the foundation of the house, and I just helped decorate it and like design it. And yeah, so obviously knowing Maria's family, and then my family, like we kind of just implemented both our families and the dysfunctional from both of them, and yeah, just try to mix them into the characters.
I mean, I think even like with all the stories that we kind of work on, we're constantly pitching stuff to each other. Most of it's garbage, but occasionally there's a little bit of a gem somewhere and something that could be improved upon. So we even like both of us have like a note on our notes app, just like hundreds of ideas, and most of them suck. But sometimes, you know, we'll like something, or we'll just be talking about it with friends, and then they'll give us an idea, and then that kind of spins everything further. Yeah. Moving forward, well, writing. I'm writing a lot right now. Geoff's writing a lot. We're writing stuff together too, and these guys are all working on stuff as well. And hopefully we can get something made. Just convince someone to give us money to make another movie. But features is the next goal and step, hopefully, fingers crossed. I don't know, be yourself. I think that's like the best kind of advice I can give. There are so many times at the beginning where I felt like I had to be a certain kind of storyteller because for some reason I thought there was just one kind of storyteller that was specifically respected, and that you should try to strive towards making those kinds of films and telling those kinds of stories. But then once I realized I made this like dark comedy that did really well, that was super weird, and I was like, well, if this can do well, I don't think that necessarily means that I have to stick within this one box that people think that you should be in. So I think as long as you're true to yourself and you make stories that are important to you, then that's going to come across if it's genuine in the film.